respected directors, Director Training Mehrotra ji, Director uh, Calcutta Zone, Barbanda sir, South Zone Govindrajan sir, faculty members, and dear participants, good afternoon everyone. I'm Ravita Vadhva, and I welcome our CEO IABF Das sir and our guest speaker Ashish Pandeji, ED Bank of Maharashtra today. It is our privilege that he agreed to deliver an address to our participants on our ritual event, which is Leader Speak series. It is a monthly event we do for our advanced management program in banking and finance. And I start this program with a brief profile of our guest speaker, Shri Ashish Pandeji. He is Executive Director, Bank of Maharashtra, and he joined Bank of Maharashtra in December 2021. Prior to joining Bank of Maharashtra, Sir was Chief General Manager and Chief Operations Officer at Union Bank of India. Sir has a professional career spanning more than 26 years, and during these years, he has handled a diversified portfolio ranging from credit monitoring, treasury and merchant banking, foreign transactions and joint ventures, marketing and customer relationship and banking operations. He is a mechanical engineer honors with post-graduation in management honors with specialization in finance and marketing. He is a CIB and holds NSE certification in insurance, life, non-life, mutual funds and demat operations. He has also undertaken executive leadership course and is an alumnus of IIM Bangalore. He started his banking career from Corporation Bank at its IFB and Investment International Banking Division in Bombay. While at UBI as a Chief General Manager and Co, the role of amalgamated entity was taken by him, during which process re-engineering, harmonization, automation and digitization took place. And Sir has also led the team implementing novel technological concepts like WhatsApp banking, e-nomination, checkbook tracking, churn model, predictive analysis for CASA dormancy, video KYC, robotic process automation in the operational processes. And he was a general manager, credit monitoring and restructuring department of UBI, during which the department had a complete overhaul in terms of monitoring and management of bank's credit portfolio by deploying data analytics and predictive modeling, robotic process automation and machine learning. Sir, welcome to the program once again. And sir, a brief profile of our program and participants. So this is our advanced management program in banking and finance for 10 months. So wherein we do semester-wise learning of the participants. It is module-based. We have 19 modules. It is a hybrid program. Hybrid in the sense that we have virtual classes on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And so we have a tie-up with IIM Calcutta. We call it a management development program, immersion program, where we take people to the IIM campus and there the coverage is sir, management theories are taught, then organizational behavior, then macroeconomics and strategic marketing management. And sir, in the IABF, we cover a variety of topics. We start from the banking regulations. We talk about the legal aspects of banking, credit, financial management, credit monitoring, treasury, integrated risk management. And so we also cover emerging technologies, business analytics, then communications, corporate communications, and human resources management. And so they also have assignments, evaluation, exams are there, and a project work wherein mentor is assigned to each participant for guidance. And so this is the 12th batch we are running. And sir, we have nominations or participants from 24 banks. Reserve Bank of India is also there, Union Bank, Bank of Baroda, Central Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, sir. We have 3 nominations, and sir, from Union Bank, we have got 16 self-sponsored candidates. So we have CCIL People, Saraswat Cooperative Bank, City Union Bank, Telangana State Cooperative Bank, Ujjivan Small Bank, South Indian Bank, Bank of India, Canara Bank, State Bank of India, Federal Bank. So all together 24. So today, sir, we are very happy that you agreed to address the participants on this topic, which is, I think, of your area of your expertise.
Thank you for joining us, and we are so happy to have you. And last I seen you in Union Bank, and you have taken up the new responsibility. And in fact, this Bank of Maharashtra, though is a small bank, and I think it has been assured as the best PSU in terms of performances and growth. So with your presence there, I think it will have a catalytic change. And as Ravita was telling, we have here a batch represented from all segments of banks, from PSU, private banks, cooperative banks, the small finance bank. So this is an executive management program designed by us, which has been now well entrenched in the industry. So here, when we talk of this technology, why we wanted to come with your knowledge, that now the entire transformation of banking is happening through technology, whether it is product, whether it is service, whether it is delivery. So in the digital world, where the people and ideas, what they achieve, they lose the relevance on the next day. Every day it is a new concept which comes, a new implementation. So how do we, from what to do, it is now how to do. So we are trying to train the people to think more, less of learning, more of thinking. How do they do the things? So when they interact with leaders like you, when at this stage, they will have some idea. They will it will shape their ideas and also guide them in future how they will prepare themselves to rise up to the occasion. So thank you for joining. It is now open to you, and all are eagerly waiting to hear from you.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Das Saab. First of all, let me also have an initial brief to respected CEO, Shri V.K. Das Sahab, and Director Training, V.N. Mehrotra Sahab, and Madam Ravita, and all my dear colleagues from the banking fraternity. So, what I should say, I will not say that maybe a guest speaker or a faculty member or a guest speaker, I don't know. But I would say I am like you, one of the student and one of the learner, in a very, very simple terms. First of all, whether am I audible, Das sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So perfect. I think loud and clear?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, thank you. So I am just like you, but then maybe having some experience throughout the life, or I should say the professional experience as well as the life experiences, and then learning till date. So there is absolutely no difference between the two. And I will tell you why I am saying, but I will tell this in the last. So the topic, actually, it was very difficult for me. So I actually salute to IIBF for they gave me some 3-4 topics, and actually all are very, very relevant. So I was in dilemma which one to take, and in my mind I cannot bifurcate P1, P2, P3, priority 1, priority 2. So all those three, skilling, reskilling, cashless, digital, disruption, fintech. So I was a bit really I was really I was actually in trouble. Then I told my secretary that whatever Ravita madam will say, I will take that point only. So then I also called her and then asked if you want all the three to be taken 15 minutes, I will, because it is all interlinked. You cannot say that it is in isolation. And I think today's disruptive scenario, we cannot think of anything in isolation. It is all four words I use frequently, 4 C's, and I really like a lot. The 4 C's are like the first is the communication, second is the cooperation, third is the coordination, fourth is the collaboration. So when you do communication, then only you start cooperating, and it is a degree. So then comes the cooperation. Then if the degree is more, involvement is more, then it becomes coordination. And the highest degree is the collaboration, where you collaborate, you both, or maybe many participants all are having the common goal. So the collaboration comes finally, and that is the highest degree. So today's disruption area is of collaboration rather than cooperation, coordination, or any other thing. So, but then I will take my this friends. You all are bankers. You all are seeing. So I understand from banking fraternity like Baroda and Union, SBI. So I am very sure in many of the areas you may be knowing much more than me, than what I know. But I will just share with you what is my life lessons, what I learned, and what is my articulation about what is going to happen probably next say 1 to next 10 years time, and whether we are poised for it or not, what is going to happen. Friends, I have not written as such any point, so I will be straight through heart, not STP, because STP is going to happen everywhere in the digital era. So I will be a straight through heart. So STH. So friends, let us understand because the topic is, like this, is India ready to be cashless economy? The accelerating pace of digital transformation in banking industry. So let me tell you two quick points. The first is why everybody is talking about banking. So let us understand and why we are talked so much about. Why not insurance is talked so much about? Why not the stock market is talked so much about? So the question is, or answer is, what I feel is just see the corollary how it is happening. Like, all the pillars. The insurance, once you buy, you interact with an insurance company hardly once a year. If you have given a standing instruction, then probably maybe monthly premium going, quarterly premium going, else because there is a discount. So only once a year you actually pay the premium. And then there are various channels, like payment banks, Paytm, and all those billers are there. So you interact with the insurance company until unless you are having any claim or you are having any loan you want on a surrender value or whatsoever. Now coming to the stock market, so insurance is not that much penetrated as the banking is. Now second comes, I'm talking about the financial system in India, and the second comes like stock market or whatsoever. But even then, if you see the penetration is too low, either mutual fund or maybe the share broking or maybe the share purchase IPO and other things. The penetration is too low. Now comes the third, banking. So banking is now, if you see any person who is having a bank account, is actually interacting with a bank average more than twice in a day. Average. So many people, they may not be interacting 4 5 days, 7 days, 8 days. But if you take an average, now UPI on the 4 coming into the picture. So average is coming more than 2. Now just think, if even you do the transaction for an insurance company or a stock broking or anything, you are hitting the bank. So one way or the other, you are interacting with the bank. Now that is the reason the major disruption, the major challenges, and even if I say, when coming to the opportunities, see, always remember wherever there is a challenge, there is an opportunity. So that is why the huge opportunity is thrown open in fact for the banking industry. That is not that much for the mutual fund or the insurance or any other sector. So the challenge is there, but then when challenge is there, opportunity is there. So first of all, why banking is coming, why cash is coming, I just wanted to give you a glimpse, because the cash or the bank both put together and the citizens of the country, you make an ecosystem where the transaction is taking place, whether the daily purchases or the daily needs or maybe anything during any life of a person. So this is the reason why everybody is talking about bank, because you are centered around the entire financial system and the people are interacting with you day in, day out. Now, keeping aside this ecosystem and why bank, cash, and all these things are important, now I am taking the second portion of it. That is basically, let us see what is important in today is, or what the your entire environment is. One is the economy, so economical, social, cultural, or maybe we can say political. So three, four things I am just taking into. So let us understand how the ecosystem is now behaving. So if I take social, so social if I take, so you see the new generation. So the new generation, how they are getting matured, how they are using technology. So I would give some example. I would not go. Data is there, but I can support with a few. You can always Google it around, and you will come to know. So in India, right now, every 1 minute, I think more than two or three people are joining internet meet. That is point number one. The highest mobile users in the world are in India. The highest internet banking users are in India. The highest people interacting or maybe using are in India. Now, if I take that, so that is the first thing where the why so much digitization is taking place in our country. So I think that is the very moot point. So I read so many data, there are always available. So on the mobile per user and the data, sorry, one more, data usage. We are number one in the world. So almost four or five things we have left behind China or any other country, and we are right now number one. The second is that today we are the youngest economy in the world. The third is very importantly that our country is having the highest population as on date. So the internal demand is very, very huge. So I think if we take all this situation on one hand, you can think of what is going to be the demand for next till 30, 37, 42, 47. Because when the government of India is talking about 5 trillion and by 30 and then 10 trillion, 20 trillion and like that. So you may be knowing these milestones. So what is going to happen next 10 to 15 years? This was the glimpse I wanted to give. Anna. So first what I told is why bank and cash and people are very talked about or why they are important, why they are critical. So because you are interacting every minute, every second, and you are actually facilitating the entire sale, purchase or whatsoever, whatnot within the economy. Now within the economy, if I say, then the social I told, that how young generation now you may be knowing or seeing that maybe many of you the participants who are actually having this course annual course, then you may be knowing or you may be having the kids which even if 6 months old kid or 1 year, they know how to operate entire mobile. Unfortunately, I have to send for training a 38-year-old, maybe 45-year-old staff member in the chief manager or maybe scale 3, 5, and I have to send him to IIM, ISB on the digital front. This is anomaly. But now the children which are 6 months old, 1 year old, they play Android phone or maybe iPhone, they know YouTube and they can put a song and they know how the game is played. So see the what social the impetus is coming, how social engineering is working around and how people are grasping it. Now second one is the government, which is a very very important. Let's understand. So I am not going anything about political or maybe all this ecosystem, but I am talking about the governance, maybe the central government or maybe the state government. But the message which I have seen, because earlier I was even ES to CMD for 3 years period in Union Bank of India, so very closely observed the how the various ministries are functioning at the central level and state level, IB and other. So what I have observed up till date is there is a huge shift in a government stance on a digitalization. Now I went and met the Goa chief minister, the UP CM, and when I talk to all those chief secretaries and all, everything is digitized. They have a dashboard in their PCs or maybe the mobile. Now they know from where funds are coming, where funds are going. So much centralization has happened, so much MIS has happened, that integrations, they know each bank how much my money is lying and where I have to use. Where is the demand coming in? So even if they have an 8 days left, they will put the deposit for 7 days in a particular bank and money. So what I am saying is that if you take Jeevan Jyoti, Atal Pension, and all those PM Swanidhi, now everything is STP. So the government is now integrating. What I mean to say, the stance is very clear, whether the central or the state. The stance is very clear that everybody is on a digitization mode. Now the third one, that if I take the political. So political, I am not taking any political party, but I am taking the political scenario around the world. Now, if I take the geopolitical disruptions happening, that side, if we take the Russia or maybe the Ukraine, and you know the ecosystem which is flowing over there, the endpoints. The second, if I take on the Israel side, that also you know how the polarization is happening. Now, if I take the US and China, so that business war or maybe the commercial, you know how it is happening. Now, if I take the entire eurozone, how they are suffering from their own issues on a growth side on the economy. Now, if I take further the Japan, Vietnam, and all these countries, so they have already evolved. Their population is 60 plus. They do not have any demand. They created huge capacities 20 years back. Now they don't have any option. So if you remember, the national Panasonic was the only tape recorder in 80s which we used to see. And there was no either Murphy or a national Panasonic. National Panasonic was the best. So the person who is national Panasonic in 78, 79, 81, 82, he was known as a very big person in that district or something like that. So now that national Panasonic is actually nowhere. Nobody is purchasing that because the demand is not there. The Japan don't have anything because capacity is there. So you know the cost. What is my fixed cost and what is my variable cost? So what they have an option in hand to sell anywhere in the world and whatever price we get. So at least we don't make losses. So this is the problem with this. Now, what I said on the social front, on the GDP side, opportunity side for the country. Now, just you link it up. My first part was the cash, the bank, and the people, why banking is important, why banking is talked about. The second, I started on the economy. The economy I took, what is the social regeneration happening. The second is the government side, what is the push. So there is a lot of will from the government side to infuse digitization. The third thing which I talked about is the political situation. So I'm not talking about the Congress or BJP or anything, but I am talking about the geopolitical conflicts, geopolitical disruptions, all this happening over the world. Now let us see, friends, what is there in store, why this topic probably the Dasa and the team have chosen, why this we are talking about, whether this is relevant for us today, this half an hour, 1 hour or not. Now I am coming to the point as a banker. Friends, many of you probably will be having 20, 25 years of an experience, maybe 30 as well. You would have seen the era of 80s, maybe, I don't know, 90s. At that point of time, one branch manager was, say, having a saving bank account, say, 500 to 600 accounts. Or maybe the loan accounts, if I will say, he was having the, say, 100, 200 accounts during those days. So he was knowing who is coming in the branch. He was knowing Chacha, Kaka, how are you? Where is your daughter? Where is your son? Okay, when he is coming from Dubai, where uska shadi kahan ho gaya hai, and all those things. So we were knowing the people personally. And people were visiting the branch too. So actually we were very much knowing the family wise, knowing the people wise. And now what is the situation? The same branch is having 10,000 saving bank account. Now they are having 8,000 loan accounts. Now same branch manager, can he remember Chacha, Kaka, Mama and all those things? Number one. Number two, the person is not coming to the branch. Friends, I will give you one example. We recruited some 50 people, means lot of recruitments are happening. So whenever new recruits comes, I talk to them for half an hour. So I ask them, and all we are IT people. So I ask them that who is having bank accounts. So 70-80% raise their hand. Then I asked, when you have last visited the bank? None of them raised their hand. None of them. So it was an eye opener actually for me also, that now people are not going to visit your branch. No way. It is now, the case is gone. So the question is that if they are not visiting the branch, what is going to happen? So you will not come to know who the person is. You will not come to know the daughter, son, mother, father, and all those things. So now all these are left out. Now the increase in the business is now almost 20 times or 30 times or 40 times what it was earlier. Now only two things are going to work for us. I think this is my theory. I have not read any book or anything, but my life lessons, life experiences, I am sharing with you. Only two things are going to work. The first is management by objectives, and the second is management by exceptions. Now, I don't think any other management will remain. I don't know, Das Saab may agree or may not agree, or maybe Madam Ravita will agree, but with practical experience, I am telling you. Why I am saying this, I will tell you. And I will give you the reason that what do I mean by management by objectives and what I mean by management by exception. Now, friends, when your branch or a zone or a bank is having crores of accounts, number of accounts, now you cannot see each account whether it is in SMA 0 or 1 or 2 or an NPA, and then you start strategizing what I have to do with this. You cannot. So what is happening? You would have heard in the banks that now there is a machine learning AI model coming into the picture, which is telling you out of these 10,000 accounts, these accounts are predictive models are going to be bad. Means they may turn to SMA 0. Now they may also, which is a churn model on the liability side. Now this which I said on the SMA side is the asset side model, like a predictive model on the machine learning on the MSME, retail, agriculture, and all those things. Now on the saving and current, again there is a predictive model using the decision tree, random forest or the regression analysis, where you are simply telling that yes, this account will be closed next 6 months. This person is likely to migrate to any other bank, and this account will become inoperative. Now, what is this? This is nothing but management by exception. The entire technology is being used. So three things are integrated. I am telling you very clearly. One is the technology. Now technology advance was in digital. So you can consider one and the same. The second is the data science. Now data is a new oil, I am telling you, hot oil. Now who is having the correct data, who is having the structured data, and not only data, who is in a position to read the data, infer the data, understand the data, and use the data is going to be the key. So the second point, which is I am just putting in front of all of you, is the management by exception. So the people, the data science and the models will tell you where are the allied system. So now there are only two things. Technology, I will come to that. The technology will enable. The first is management by exceptions. So all exceptional will come to you. So you need not see 1,000 accounts every day, which is impossible for any human being. So these 5 accounts will come to you, that these are the problems, you immediately attend to it. Now coming to management by objectives. Really wonderful. Now you, all of us, me also, you also, we have a pressure for the business. So we have to do the business. If we don't do the business, we will not get the salary. And if we are not having the business, there is no point in credit monitoring or no point in inspection or anything. So now when business is coming, now the crores of people are there in the economy. Where you will go and how your hit rate is going to be designed. That what is my hit rate, success rate. So now you have entire data point models in place which will do all your analysis you need not do, and the result will be in front of you. These are the 100 citizens whom you can sell the home loan straight away. Similarly, it will come, these are the HNIs, you will get the NRI account. These are the, like, gold mine data, some bank is saying, some bank is saying lead generation data, or maybe something like that. Because you can scrub with the CICs, you can scrub the data, so all processing will be done, all bureau check will be done, all maybe GST check or the ITR check, everything will be done, and only the name and mobile number will be given to you. System will also tell that how much amount I am saying pre-approved personal loan, pre-approved home loan, and all those things. So now this is nothing but a management by objectives. You know where to do business. Now coming to CBDC, I don't know how many of you used, because I am from Union Bank and Union Bank has already launched it. So I have done my POC, I have worked, did some transaction. Super. You don't know. I don't know now even tomorrow credit card will be useful or not, because now credit is going to come on UPI. So whether it will replace the credit card, I am worried about. So one day you will find no cards in the market, and the semiconductor problem will all go away. We don't know the disruptions coming in. So similarly, I am talking about right now that with CBDC, whether you require UPI, whether you require NEFT RTGS, I don't think so. Just think about it. Within 1 second, the entire money is gone, and in fact, it is not going to any clearing system. So it is like inter-account transfer and all, it is happening, and all is monitored by the central server. So who knows who is doing what? And one more thing, that old people were thinking to do transaction in cash and all. Today, my son, my daughter, I don't find they are interested in doing any cash transactions. They simply, Zomato, Tomato, and all these sites are there. Only 1 second, Amazon, it is done. Jepto, and I don't know, hundreds are there. And the money has gone, the transaction has happened, the goods have come. So that is for sure that as we move to 2035 trillion, 10 trillion, 7 trillion, and all those trillions, we are the economy now. Again, the RBI has revised from 6.5 GDP. Now already it has been told by so many 2-3 years we will be with the third economy as per the GDP in the world. All going to happen because we are the youngest, we are the digital, and we are the highly populated. So internal demand, whether any country export is there or not, the internal demand itself will propel. Only challenge we are going to face is the climate change. Huge climate risk we are at our country because we live in extreme temperatures. There are 55 also temperature in Churu in Rajasthan, and then we see -2 degree also in various places in the country. So with the climate risk, probably this is going to be the challenge. So I think whatsoever time madam gave me, almost 50 minutes I took, but then I think straight from the heart, rather than giving you some points and some bookish thing and all. You know more than me, but I think I should share whatsoever experience small I have in, because I was a key member in Union Bank of the amalgamation team of Andhra Bank and Corporation Bank. Actually, it has opened my eyes on various fronts. I think it is a lifetime achievement sort of experience for me on onboarding two banks to the bank's network. So myself and the PNB ED, our Kalyan Kumar ji, Ashok Chandra ji in Canara Bank. So we all are very close friends and we worked like anything. So actually we did big team, not only three, but we were the all four members. So we understood that how operations are going place. So my only humble request, when you are going this IIBF course, if you understand the asset side operation and liability side operation in detail, as you move up into the ladder, you are in a position to strategically design your organization well. Otherwise, knowing the superficial things or knowing superficially will not be, because you should know what my clerk is doing and how this process is performed in a bank. If you have that grip that how CKYC is performed entirely, then probably you will in a position to digitalize it, not digitize. So I believe going forward, it it is, but again one big challenge will be the cyber security. So it is a duty on us bankers that how you nurture your own staff so that each staff should become a EI and ear of a customer, and you save your customer like anything. Friends, yesterday I got from DFS secretary in one of the WhatsApp group some four or five videos in YouTube, and two I got an NPCI. So yesterday I floated in all my banks, all my staff members. So I think 60% of Bank of Maharashtra staff members were putting that YouTube video in their status. Now at least if 10 are clicked, I think I have reached to 2 lakh people in one day. This is our duty. This nobody is going to give. It will not be in your appraisal report, but it is our bounden duty as a society, as a citizen of this country. When the country is sweeping to the digital transformation, how to shield this economy, how to shield this bank on a cyber security front. I think that is our biggest responsibility. With this, madam, I am handing over to you, Ravita madam. So I am open for any question and answer, whatsoever your anything. You don't please worry whether this topic or that topic or any topic, even bipartite. If you want to ask, you can ask what is going to happen in bipartite. If I am in a position to answer, I will answer, or then if not, I will say sorry, but I will revert back to you. So over to Madam Ravita, to you, and over to Das Saab, and over to Mehrotra Saab.
Wonderful, wonderful. Actually, when I was interacting with the people, I always, why we have got this leadership series is exactly what you told. They will know, or by reading the book, or by management by objective, or management by exception. But how do they implement that? They will only learn through experience, either from their experience or the experience from the people like you. That is one of the reasons they will be benefited by interacting with you. Now open to the participants, please. I think.
Sir, I can ask.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
please, Govinda Rajanji, please.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir,
I am the head PDC South Zone. Okay, I am heading. Sir, you talked very nicely about that. I want four questions. One is whether all these innovations, what we are implementing, whether we have studied about the effects on the society. First, one question. Okay?
Yes.
And whether all this digital really reached the rural people. That is my second question. And the third, some banks, I do not want to mention about the name of the bank. 800 crores, somebody's account has been credited. How it is credited, I do not know. And some banks, IMPPS transferred without transferring to the bank, individual accounts have gone. And we do not about the transparency, what had happened. That also they are on still, as you said, reconciliation. And my another feeling is whether we are going too fast in digitalization. So many technologies, data analytics, predictive analytics, and robotic, what you are told. And when we are doing all these things, whether any relevance of human intelligence is required or not, whether it will exist in future or not.
Wait.
Super. I am very happy, Govindajanji, very happy. So shall I answer? How is your structure if I answer to Govindajan Saab?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So First of all, I'm going question to question. So probably then I will be in a position to answer nicely.
Okay.
Or else I will be escaping from my responsibility. So first your question was whether it is all these innovations, what sort of things are happening, whether anybody has studied the society impact. This was your first question. I think the looking at the scenario is, I would put it differently. There is a 6 written between you and me. I will read 6, you will read 9. Correct? You are getting my point. So
Yes.
we both will fight. So I will say 6 because I am reading it 6 and it is I am reading correctly, and for you it is 9. Okay. Now I will tell you, please understand, आवश्यकता ही आविष्कार की जननी है. Means the need is the basis of any innovations. So first of all, society is pressurizing you to do this transformation. You are not pressurizing the society to do it. So why I am saying is the UPI, cross-border UPI, the STPs, it is the economy forcing the banks to do it. The banks have not come. Let me tell you, it is not a proactive instance, it is a reactive instance. If you are not reacting, you will be out of the system. Now you tell me, if you see the data which is coming from the bureau, CICs, is very clear. Their entire market share of public sector bank is now not going to the private sector, but going to the fintechs and the small finance bank and all. Bajaj Auto, Bajaj Finance, and all these finance. And you and me, what we are doing? We are underwriting pool. Now they are doing business and we are underwriting pool. So what is happening is, it is 6 and 9 situation. It is actually this economic. That is why I said social. Please recall my very thoughtfully I built that. What social is happening, what political is happening, what economic is happening, what financial system is happening. They are forcing you to adopt. If you are not going to change, you will be out of the system. Point number 1. So I believe that we need not do any social impact. We need to see ourselves whether we are going to live in this world or not. So we have to accommodate to the change. We have to respond to the change accommodating to that. Second point you said that rural, whether digital anything is happening. You can Google it around, Govinda Rajan Saab.
Yeah.
You can Google it around. The entire data which I told in my earlier address, that the number of internet users coming in, the data usage, the mobile usage and everything is actually coming from the rural only maximum. The only thing which is not happening is the STP asset side. Liability is happening, payment. Now one more thing I will tell you. I think Jesus, thank you for reminding me. Now the bankers have 3 business earlier, which was their prerogative. You know the saving bank account. The saving bank account is known as the basic banking thing. Why? Because when you open a saving bank account, you give a checkbook. And what is checkbook? It is under the Negotiable Instrument Act. The check. And it is coming under CTS clearing. So the bankers, the first duty was the account opening, means asset, liability, and payment and settlement. Now you tell me, the public sector banks or private sector banks are out of the payment settlement. Now who is ruling the payment and settlement? Google Pay, WhatsApp Pay, and M Pay, G Pay, D Pay, all sort of pay. Now nobody is using your platform, my dear friend, for payment. So one pillar has gone out of your hand. Now only few are remaining. Now whether you have to remain or not to remain is our question. So very clear that, but in rural when penetration, one might alert that our cyber security. I think that is very much important. Very much important. Now your third thing was IMPPS and other 800. The problem was reconciliation. Now we are running for the digitalization, but we don't have water to drink in between. So you will fall down. So the runners, you will see marathon runners. They drink after 1 kilometer, this much only water, this much with glucose. Why? Why? So you should have your support system so robust that you reconcile very 1 minute. Every 1 hour you are reconciling within your internal systems, at least. Then this 800 IMPS will not happen. What is happening when you are reconciling after 1 day or when customer complaint is coming, then your eyes are open that this incident has happened. So your internal systems are not alerting. Your outside people are alerting you. So this is the lacuna and a challenge which I told. The fourth is whether we are too fast. I would say we are too slow. We are too slow. The people who are fast, but fast means not piecemeal, not leaving the compliances and robust reconciliation, robust credit monitoring. Credit monitoring is very important now in this STP world. Otherwise, you are out of, you have, STP, you have disbursed 1,000 crore and after 90 days all are NPA. Then what is there? It's better you give to some poor fellow 1,000 crore. So the risk mitigation. So I think we need digitalization end to end on all the functions. Then only I would say we are too slow. Otherwise, if you are not, then I would say you are too fast. So you don't know where you will fall down, you are just running. So this is my fourth. Then human intelligence, yes, that is why I laughed and I enjoyed your question. Though artificial intelligence is going, that is why I touched upon management by objectives and management by exception. These people are flagging you from the system-based intelligence. So my take, because many of the Economic Times or press people asked me, so much digitization, this ये नया आया था ना this that chat GPT, then all people are saying the people will not be required. I am telling you, we require more people in the banks now. If you want to do work, you can kill the market if your technology is super strong, you are digital, 100% digital, but you require people to execute, smile, and take the business from the people. So you require to execute that. You require to understand artificial intelligence. If artificial intelligence fails, then what is going to happen? Human intelligence will only remain. So there is a huge scope for human intelligence. It is not going to be anywhere. It is going to be utilized a lot and it will be required in the future.
Only one thing, sir. If I want to take an advice,
So it doesn't allow the people to also ask.
no, sir. What
I
I'm
think
asking, if I want to ask an advice to a banker, to whom I should ask?
As a banker,
somebody, I am a layman. I suppose I in trade finance. I want to ask an advice. Machine will not be able to give me advice.
You are a customer.
A customer, trade finance customer.
Okay. Now that is why I told that the people in the bank will have only two jobs going forward. One is marketing, another is monitoring. No other job will prevail. I am telling you very bluntly. Going forward, so many technology will come. Means I am not saying HR and other functions will remain audit and all, but mostly I am telling you 70% will be a very monitoring and marketing people. So what you are saying is a help desk. So we need to have a robust help desk, not only call center audio. I am going to tell you with the artificial intelligence, there will be a call center where you will be connected to call center man and he will assist you in entire journey how to do it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So well explained. Let us see some other questions from participants.
Devkanatji, any question?
So one question from, can I ask one question?
Please.
Yes, please, Ankit.
Yeah, yes, sir. So good evening, sir. Myself, Ankit Yadav. I'm from Bank of India. I just talking about the various IT models and AI models like the random forest you said and all that. Sir, won't that be a challenge in future? If we are going to use so many complex algorithms and AI models, as a banker, there will be a challenge for us if they give some results which are beyond the purview for interpretation and explainability. So as a banker, if we are going to assess a credit risk of a borrower, there will be a sort of black box phenomena, sort of a challenge.
वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस वेरी नाइस. वो अभी मेरे से गोविंद राजन साहब ने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था, आर वी गोइंग वेरी फास्ट और वेरी वेदर वी आर टू फास्ट. Then I gave the answer. Now I'll give you your answer. You tell me the models are made. Then there are 3-4 models because I have done lot much work in machine learning and AI. So you tell me the models which are made either in the random forest regression or maybe decision tree whatsoever. Who makes it? Human intelligence.
Human intelligence only makes it.
Now, if you make the wrong model, point number one. Now, second is when model is made, what is done? Is the back testing. Now you have a trained data and you have a test data. Then after that model is built, then what we do in a production, we go for a POC. And when we see how this is behaving for next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and then what we do every 6 months, we review the model. This is data science. So friends, my only one thing is very clear that you are making the model. Whether you have right skill set, that is what I told in the challenges. So banks will need to have the right skill people to manage all these things so that you manage properly. If you make a wrong model, there will be false alert. And one more thing which Govind Rajan ji asked, and it is also connected to you. Now, any injection you purchase, there is written IM and IV. IM and IV, which is known as intramuscular or intravenous. Now you put intravenous into intravenous muscular, and intramuscular you put into intravenous. What is going to happen? It will die in the ICU only. The person will die. Now the second is the doctor is writing you take this medicine before meal, and you are taking after meal, and after meal wala you are taking before meal. The question is you should have a right skill set and the tool. वो बंदर के हाथ में उस तरह नहीं होना चाहिए. So you need to, when you develop the properly, you should know where to use it, when to use it, how to use it, and who is going to use it. अभी बंदर के हाथ में टूल दे दोगे तो फिर तो नमस्ते हो गया ना भाई साहब.
Yes, sir.
I am trying to tell in your language only,
Yes,
rather than
yes.
any outside people.
Very true.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thanks. Yes, Sunil Kumar ji.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, good
Always
evening.
a treat to listen to you, sir. Thanks for a wonderful, insights on various topics. Sir, I have just a small question, sir. In this digitized world, when things are getting digitalized, how we will stay connected with our customers in future, and how digital marketing will go for in the PSU banks? That's my question, sir.
I clap for you. At least all of us should clap for Sunil. I will really, I am telling you, I will clap for you. And wonderful question you have asked. Wonderful question you have asked. I need actually, I don't know, Madam Ravita, can you give me 2-3 minutes?
No issue.
Yes, sir,
Take
please.
your time. Take your time.
See, I will tell you, sir. Now I'm bringing 2-3 ecosystem, probably then I will be in a position to answer it through the heart. The one thing, today's generation, they are not talking to each other. In our generation, we used to go to the field and play cricket, football, hockey for 2 hours every day, evening. And we used to get the sunlight. And we were sweating so much that our t-shirt, shirt, or maybe it was all sweat. But today's generation only in the front of either mobile or a PC. Let us understand again the ecosystem. That is why I was talking in a holistic way while my address. So please understand who is your customer going to be now. Going to be now. The second one, which I want to emphasize, is one incident happened in our Bank of Maharashtra. At 2 o'clock, I took a flight from Trivandrum or somewhere, because from Kerala side, that flights coming to Pune are at 1:30 or 2 o'clock, something like that. And whenever free time, I actually see a lot of things in LinkedIn or Twitter. LinkedIn more. So you get more learnings. I learn every point of time. I try to learn. I cannot say, but I try to learn. Then I saw a strategic digital marketing program by one IIM Rohtak. Then they said for boarding, then I entered, but usko maine, I saved it with a screenshot. And then while I was onboarded, I shared it with my GMHR and GM. And morning 9 o'clock, it was Sunday and it was the last day. And I told my GM, L&D and HR that you speak to the director, I am Rohtak, and immediately I want my 6-7 people to be nominated. You take my ratification Monday, but you whatsoever mail and everything you give, go ahead. Friends, immediately my 6 or 7 people are nominated for this. It was some 80,000 or something, 77,000, 85,000 posts. Friends, that day I could not get a sleep in the night. And I was thinking that as an ED, I know what is the importance of digital strategic digital marketing going to be with the data science, AI and ML, all put together. And I wanted that my people, get very good hand over the digital marketing. Because I will tell you one more thing which we have done in our Bank of Maharashtra, no other bank has done, is digital zone we have created. A separate digital zone headed by a GM, who is doing 5,000 crore business as a separate. So for that, I wanted this team. Surprisingly, next day, because I am in ED, I also wanted to undergo this course. But if I want, and from the bank side, it has to go to the board. Board can only clear, I don't know whether DFS. Then I said quietly to my secretary, you debit my account with 70,000 rupees. Then I talked to IIM Rohtak, the chairperson, and I told, sir, I also want, but you can tell your people, I will attend all your classes. And I did with my team only that course. Now you can think of how important it is. Now you are coming to your question, very clearly I am coming, that you need to bifurcate very clearly which type of customer you have. And one more thing, the another 10 years or 15 years, 10 years down the line, you will have more pensioners in your fold. Then you need to devise another way to go to them. You cannot have same strategy for them, same strategy for these people. So one hand you will have a very, very young generation, next gen people, IT people, savvy people. You need to manage with them digitally. And when another people you need to manage with the emotions and with the physical presence. That is going to happen. And then if you see the content of a digital marketing, there actually you are reading the person. Now you go to the Facebook and 3 ads you see. Next 15 days you will see same topic ads. I am telling you today. Actually you tell me who is the fool in the world? Nobody is the fool. Neither Twitter, nor LinkedIn, nor this Facebook. Friends, that is why I said data is a hot oil. Not the Dubai and Kuwait are having oil. Now the people who are having the data is having the oil, is the income. Now they are reading you. It is click for cost and all those sentences, formulas are there. Just go through it. There you understand. One very good example is there. Very good example. And it has happened. It is a real. One daughter was there. So she was not married, but she was pregnant. And one father got a message on something on pregnancy. Because she was trying to look on what happens in the pregnancy and all. And from there they got the clue that this customer is pregnant. And from there, that after pregnancy, what are the things to be given, like, the kids, children kids, and the nursing hospitals and all that. Then father he was surprised how I am getting this message. It is a real story. If you want, you can Google it around, you will get it. So my question is that you need to categorize very clearly that what your customer base is. And you need to have a targeted marketing, whether it is a strategic digital marketing, whether it is an in-between mixed physical marketing or only physical marketing. So I think this three is going to play a very important role.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Most practical advice. I think you are happy, Mr. Sunil. And it is not only for you. But this is for all of the participants and all of us. Wonderful.
So
Thank
one
you,
more
And
question.
as he said, the learning is a continuous process. You see, as ED also, he has joined a course, finding time from his busy schedule. That is also a lesson for all of us, including our faculties who are also joined.
sir.
In fact,
Sir is the biggest
Pansab, we have also
marketing.
created now a
Sir is
faculty
very
development
crazy
program.
about marketing, sir. I worked with sir very closely, and
Yes.
you know, every time he thinks about business and a different experience I had working with sir.
I know. In fact, we have devised a scheme here for faculty development. Like you joined, we are also encouraging our faculty to join different courses. And IIBF is compensating that.
Oh,
And,
very good.
yeah.
So one more
Anybody else?
question. So one question I think, sir, we can take since 5:30 actually. Kamalji, brief question can you ask? Kamal?
I think
Yes,
your
sir.
expert
Yes, madam.
opinion is required on work from home in banking industry, in robotics, digitization, etc. era. This is
See,
what,
it is-
who has written this?
Sir,
Ravita, you see?
Sir Mr. Prashant Shinde.
Okay.
I will give answer. I think very good question in today's scenario. The banks actually now need to classify their class of work. Now the class of work which I mean is very clearly the transactions related work, the marketing related work, the monitoring related work, and the general services related work. So I believe now going forward on the HR side, it is going to happen that the people which we are going to onboard, on a side, like we take today scale 1, 2, or maybe the CA or something. So on a credit side, even credit side, like when we prepare the notes for the board or any committee for 5 crore, 10 crore loans. So now the things like the preparation of credit notes, the monitoring, or maybe the customer assisted journeys. Because when you are making digital, there will be call drops, the customer may leave the journey in between. So I think these are the work which can be very well done, very nicely done from work from home. So that is not an issue. Now there are certain things related to cash transactions, the other critical transactions which are related to CBS probably will remain in the branch for some time until unless you move the entire CBS to cloud. So that is going to be a challenge because now many of the banks are moving the supplementary softwares to the cloud systems or maybe the SaaS model. But then what we are going to see forward is that how CBS you are moving or you are not moving. So then probably right now also with VPN, you can give CBS, but then today, keeping in the cyber security in place, it is not advisable to do CBS transactions from outside or maybe through net. So, but other things I believe that very much we can we think of making. And what is going to happen that many of the ladies or maybe gents which are going on sabbatical or maybe the other leaves, you can make you rightfully utilize all those things, and it will be win-win situation for organizations, and it will be win-win situation for the staff members.
Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Ravita.
Sir Kamalji has a question.
Yeah.
Last question.
Namaste, sir. I'm Kamal Narayan, AGM in Union Bank of India. I look after data dump analysis, and two statements which you made. One, you told that data is the next oil. I mean, who is having the data is the having the ability to do things. But simultaneously, you said that most of the time we are handling the legacy data. But what is happening, what I see from my experience is that if the data is not correct, whether it is legacy data or recent data, then how we are going to use that data for the business or the bank? Because what I find is when I share the data with verticals, they are very resistant in cleansing the data, and those data, let me tell you, sir, is very important, because recently in RBI.
I got your point, and
Yes,
I
sir.
am laughing. You know why? Because you are actually taking all my clues, which I am keeping in my heart. So I will tell you. Okay, this is very nice question here, and this is what we have now started doing in our bank. Now we are actually much binded by Reserve Bank of India. Now, if you see any circular of Reserve Bank of India, it has not mandated getting mobile number and email ID and other things from a customer. Not mandated. Now, the bank has also not mandated these things in your CBS systems. Now, one side, I am also designated director in the FIU-IND. Now, FinNet 2.0 has come. In the last, I think, 6 months, it has come. Now, they are actually migrated. I migrated to FinNet 2.0. And even if they want that for salary accounts, who is the employer? What is the EPFO number? They want it. But banks are not in a position. The bank doesn't know what to capture, what not to capture. And that is why the Digital Data Protection Act has come. So you should be very clear that what data you want and what data you want to keep, what data you don't want. There are two issues which are coming to the bank. The first issue is legacy data. The second issue is the forward data, means the business you are going to do. Now the first thing what banks has to do is whether I can have a correct data at least going forward. See, I will tell you, in banking, always remember one thing. You cannot handle like you pendency clear karte raho. So it is like never ending, never pending, never pending, never ending. वो कभी खत्म नहीं होगा और आपका ये लीगेसी कभी खत्म नहीं होगा, अगले 10 साल बाद भी बोलोगे कि है. सो इट इज लाइक ए टैप, वाटर टैप. आपको कहीं पे ये गेट वॉल बंद करना पड़ेगा, वहां से बोलना पड़ेगा ये लीगेसी हो गया, यहां से मेरा सीबीएस सिस्टम फर्स्ट क्लास हो गया. नाउ आई विल टेल यू 10,000 रुपीज पीएम स्वनिधि. नाउ पीएम स्वनिधि कैसे करते? दैट इज आई सेड व्हेन यू मूव अप इन द लैडर, आज मैं ईडी हूं, अगर मेरे को नहीं मालूम है ना नीचे की प्रोसेस कैसी होती है, आई विल बी ए बिग फेलियर, बिग फेलियर. सो नाउ पीएम स्वनिधि कैसा होता है? वो उद्यम पोर्टल से हमको पूरा डेटा लेना पड़ता है. उद्यम पोर्टल में क्या है? वो जब तक मोबाइल और ईमेल आईडी नहीं डालेगा तब तक नहीं होगा. नाउ हु स्टॉप्ड मी टू हैव ए मैंडेटरी मोबाइल नंबर एंड ईमेल आईडी, एंड फ्रॉम उद्यम पोर्टल ओनली आई विल टेक, सो दैट आई कीप. नाउ सेकेंड इज, कितने लोन हैं बैंकों में जो हम आईटीआर पे देते हैं? आई थिंक 10 लाख के ऊपर सब लोन में हम आईटीआर लेते हैं, 20 लाख में. नाउ पैन एंड आधार लिंकिंग इज मेड बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया. अरे व्हाई आर वी टचिंग अननेसेसरली आरबीआई फॉर ऑल 20 लाख से 25 लाख के ऊपर का लोन? व्हाई डोंट वी मेक मैंडेटरी पैन एंड दिस आधार एंड दिस? बिकॉज आईटीआर तो भर ही रहा है ना सामने वाला, तभी तो लोन लेने आ रहा है. सो नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, हमको गेट वॉल एक तारीख फिक्स करनी पड़ेगी. ये लीगेसी डेटा हो, और ये जो है तो हमारा गोइंग फॉरवर्ड फ्रॉम दिस डे एटलीस्ट आई एम हैविंग द वंडरफुल डेटा. सो मेरे आने वाले बाद के लोग रोएंगे नहीं, कम से कम वो काम ठीक हुआ है. अब नाउ वेरी गुड थिंग टू रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, री केवाईसी सब में है. अब बताओ, तो जब री केवाईसी वो करने आ रहा है, यू ब्रिंग टू योर न्यू सिस्टम एंड यू मेक इट डिजिटल, तो आपका पूरा डेटा सही हो जाएगा. यू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड 3 years, इफ यू क्लोज द गेट वॉल एंड देन सी केवाईसी, तो आपका पूरा डेटा ठीक हो जाएगा. थोड़ा 20%. नाउ यू टेल मी, राइट नाउ योर 80% डेटा इज रॉन्ग, 90%. नाउ इफ यू reduce to 20%, which is the correct good position?
That is the other one. Is
why to try for 0%? At least try for 80% correct. No,
right.
This is what I am telling you. And one day it will become already 0, क्योंकि खाते इनऑपरेटिव होते हैं और डेफ में जाते हैं. So there is always a churning.
Right.
4 साल में, 3.5-4 साल में आपका पूरा क्रेडिट पोर्टफोलियो चेंज होता है ऑन एन एवरेज.
Of course.
तो फिर 4 साल में आपके पास में नया डेटा हो गया. बट व्हाट आर वी डूइंग इन पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक्स? वी आर ओनली क्राइंग लीगेसी. वो गेट वॉल बंद किया नहीं हमने.
नहीं, कभी नहीं. Thank
Are
you,
you
sir.
satisfied?
Yeah, satisfied. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Whereas finally, as you said, climate finance in Chennai we are affected. Digitalization, that we have to take care, that also. Climate.
Yes. I fully agree with you.
Sir, namaste, sir. I am Devkant here from Union Bank of India.
Namaste.
Sir, I am just enjoying my time what I spent with you. it was to everybody's knowledge. I want to share one small thing, sir. I have not worked in operations department when you were my COO there, Chief Operating Officer. It was a lab, banking lab, and you were the scientist there. That's what we used to do. We enjoyed a lot there. Sir,
nothing, Deva. Actually, I am a very small man and student till today. Actually, you were all the people who did all those digital innovations, and you all people only took the bank forward. And that is why Union Bank is shining today.
Thank you, sir. It is your humbleness that you speak like this. That's where you are so good at. Sir, my question basically is, sir, yesterday during this MPC meeting, Reserve Bank of India governor has came out with a buzzword stating that they are thinking of a cloud. So when Reserve Bank of India is talking about cloud, what else the banks can expect? That is the best thing that industry can expect, basically. Sir, what is your view on this, sir?
See, I will tell you, there is a lot of fight. There is a lot of fight in the industry of going to cloud or not. And up till now, whatsoever the circular has come. So Reserve Bank never says you don't go to cloud, but they are not even very clear that you should go to cloud. They say only you go and see my outsourcing policy, and you take care of all those things. So this is a very blanket sort of a. Now what has happened? See, understand. I will give one very layman example, and then probably everybody will understand and will understand my perspective. Now, my house may be very good. My house may not be very good. I am giving an example. My house may be in Chaul. My house may be in a 1 BHK. My maybe one room kitchen, or I may be in a very big Haveli. I may be. Now everybody is having some jewelry. So maybe one person is having Nag ka keel or Bali or maybe Anguthi, and some person may be having kilos of jewelry. But mostly people you will see are keeping in their home. They are not keeping in their neighbor house. Else they are keeping in a bank. Either they will go to the bank and they will keep and have a lock and key with them, or they will keep in their house. The same is the mentality there. Now whether I am having my DC, DR and all those things very safe or not, cyber security cleared or not, but then I believe my home is safe. Nobody is going to rob it. So I am keeping my ornaments there. So the data is ornament, and what I am saying keeping jewelry is a DC, DR. So that is why I am having my everything in my place, which is known as in-frame. Now the Amazon and all those people have come. They say you come to me. So people are moving, but non-mandatory, not very critical applications they are moving. Generally CRM and all other things where PII data is not there. Now coming to CVS and other critical applications. Now the thing is that either this initiative would have been taken by the banks themselves, 2-3 banks put together, and they would have taken data like CFI, or maybe the various people are there, they could have built their own data centers and they could have bifurcated. And one more thing, there is a dangerous in this. Now, if any cyber security attack happens, now the Bank of Maharashtra is having their own data center, all 12 public sector banks are having their own. All 12 will never be impacted. But if one cloud is there and there is a partition and 10 banks are there, all 10 banks will go. This is chance. So there are a lot of things happening and people don't know the reality, how it is going to shape up. Probably to solve this, the RBI has come that still all the details has to come in that probably they will come in the cloud. What I am thinking is that they may have a cloud, their own thing, which is a totally cyber security is there, so there cannot be any attack on it with full, and then there can be compartments for say Bank of India or Union and Bank of all other banks. So probably that is the one thing I am thinking that may happen, or with critical, some other non-critical applications, CRM and all they may host. So I think yet we have to see, but that is a welcome move from the Reserve Bank of India, I believe, for enthusing the faith and trust in the banking fraternity.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Ravita.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We took a long. Thank you. Now I would request our Director Training, Mehrotra ji, to please give vote of thanks.
Respected CEO sir and respected Pandey, it has been our real privilege today to have you with us, and the most practical insight which we have received today is really valuable. So and all the participants, I hope, have been benefited. The complex science data, the complexity of this whole digitalization, you have explained in such a nice manner and easy manner that I think everybody must have understood now where are we. And the fine difference between the digitization and digitalization, sometimes it is treated as one. That also you have made very, very clear. That shows actually your deep understanding and clear understanding about the whole things, and you have yourself been involved into that. One important message you have given, that whatever we do, we have to do with full knowledge. Although it is all the age of artificial intelligence and all, but human intelligence can never be beaten. And ultimately, we are all creating every systems actually ourselves only. So the only thing is that this knowledge has to be shared amongst all, and whosoever handles these things should be updating himself. So this training and development, skill upgradation and all, that has to be a continuous process. I think we have taken very good messages from your speech today and deliberations today, which has been the most practical, as our CEO has also been saying, that we can talk about all this digitalization, etc. in a theoretical manner. But you are giving all very easy examples also, just like the ornaments and data, how beautifully you have actually correlated. And now what RBI is trying to do is to create a locker where our data will be there, our ornaments will be kept. So thank you very much, sir. It has been a very good interaction, and we may trouble you more and more going forward for our other programs also, and sometimes we may invite you also to our institute. So thank you, sir, very much.
It will be my privilege, Mehrotra Saab. I will come down, and thanks to Das Saab and Madam and all the participants for patient listening. And I feel sorry and apologize if not correctly I would have articulated or said, but I tried. The participants are also there. If anything you have, you can always send it to me. I will revert you back. And I am very sure that this batch is going to flourish like anything and will keep the name of IFBF flying high in the industry. And more people will come and take this course and will get benefit. And most of you I would like to see as an industry leader going forward. All my best wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.